Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Is this thing on? But in this point in life, I'm just living, and I'm learning how to live. And I think that's probably what I wanted to come on here and talk about, is just, life and that more abundantly. I think for me, I recently have gotten into a place where I'm really learning to cultivate my relationship with God, just me and him. I know y'all don't know much about me, but I got saved in 2020. I don't remember what year it was, but I was 23 years old. And I say I got saved, but I encountered Jesus for the first time in around about 2011. And of course, I went back to the world and skip by, say boom, skip forward to when I'm 23 years old. First time I had to be like 15 to 16. I don't know. I can't recall. But from that time on, God marked me. I feel like I had a personal encounter with him, to where that even when I went back to worldly festivities, or really just not worshiping him, I still always knew that he was real, because I encountered him personally for myself. So I always feel like it ain't nothing nobody could tell me, because I know that God is real. So it don't matter what the setting was, if the conversation of Jesus or God ever came up, and even when people had questions or doubt, they be like, do y'all think he real, blah blah. I'm like, I know he is. We might be in this predicament right now, or this setting, but I know that he is. So for my first time in my Christian walk, except for that experience, I would say that this is the first time in my life that I'm cultivating a relationship with Jesus, just me and him. Because the second time I found God, it was in a church. And a church setting, and it was a very beautiful experience for me, and all of that. But as the course went on, it came with a lot of church rules and regulations, and we're not talking about the stipulations of the Bible and what holiness is, because holiness is always and still is right. But sometimes there's some man-made philosophies that creeps its way into the system, or created a system. However, and I feel like I finally have really made my way out of that systematic mindset, and I'm learning to hear the voice for God for myself. Whereas I'm realizing that I was hearing him all along. But I was kind of down it, because of my circumstances and maybe what I was being told, right? So in this season, in this space, I'm like, wow, it's very much peace, and I don't mean it, I don't know what that means to people or what I thought it meant, but it's not just in the sense of all my problems went away, or what we could say is a problem, but it's just this breath of air that I feel now that my mind is no longer indoctrinated. And I hate to say that sounds so awful, but I get to hear God for myself. I get to see God for myself. I get to look 4. I ain't got no eyelashes left, child. I'm gonna have to go. Hallelujah. So, yeah.